how long do you really need to wait for your manifestation to come true? And does the opposite need to show up before you receive your true desire? Let's get into that and find out. Hi, my name is Aisha and I make videos here on YouTube, as you can see. I like to talk about things that have to do with spirituality, manifestation, healing, self-development, self-growth, life, all that cool, fun stuff about making you the person that you want to be right now and just making life more fun, easier, better. So if you're really into that kind of stuff, then subscribe down below and keep watching. When you are affirming for something in order to manifest and you're trying to change an aspect of your reality or whatever it is, I want to make it very clear that what is happening is you are shifting instantly. And that's a belief that you have to ingrain in yourself. I don't believe, and I do not think that there needs to be a time lag when manifesting. Don't be afraid of the opposite manifesting, right? Like when you're wanting to manifest something and then the opposite shows up in your reality because you believe that it will, because you believe that the opposite needs to show up before the actual thing comes up. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. And because I don't believe in that, I will tell you from my experience, it doesn't happen. Why would that happen? Why should the opposite show up in order for you to receive your manifestation? Is that just a belief? I think that it actually can stem from, I feel like this is a little quote that we've been hearing as kids. I remember growing up and you just hear, oh, it gets worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. And I think even the belief that the opposite of your manifestation needs to show up before the true thing comes, I think that even stems from that quote, from that belief that I heard before I even knew about manifestation. But the thing is, just like everything else, it's a belief. It's one you don't need to hold on to. If you don't want that to happen, decide that it won't. And I'm just speaking from experience because whenever, and even though I didn't believe, it never made sense to me to think, okay, the opposite is going to show up before the real thing. It never really made sense to me. I'm like, okay, but why? Like, why should it? But I would still have that fear of, oh my God, okay, then this is going to happen. And I think a lot of people may have that belief because of the quote that I stated before, and even just the fact that you feel like you need to continue to persist. And yes, you should continue to persist, but you shouldn't have the belief, because I had this belief that, okay, well, the opposite is going to come up because the universe is testing me, because I need to prove that I can persist even in the face of resistance, even in the face of all these bad things happening around me. And I think another reason why people believe that, you know, the opposite is going to show up is also because, like I had mentioned before, the purging period, right? Where it's believed that when you are, whether it's manifesting a new self-concept or manifesting a relationship or a job or money, whatever it is, and many people talk about a purging period where during this time, basically, I always thought about the purge as something internal, where you're having these thoughts or these emotions come up for them to be released. And although I personally do believe that, because it's what's happened in my past experiences and it's something to be afraid of, but I will say that the purge does not have to be an external thing where just because these thoughts or emotions or beliefs are coming up to the surface to be released, that does not mean they are going to be reflected in your reality in the worst way possible, the exact opposite of what you wanted, just for this thing to come up. It does not mean that. It doesn't mean that there has to be this huge time lag from when you're wanting to manifest this to when it's going to happen. The thing about the time lag for me, what I think about that is, it's not that I think that there's like there has to be a specific amount of time from when you decide to manifest this for when it needs to happen. I think the time lag is more, this thing is going to happen when you have fully accepted that it is going to happen, when you are truly living in the end of that desired result, that desired state, when you are truly living in that, and that's when it's going to happen. And I think that's why people see a time lag, because many times, especially when we're new to manifesting, you're deciding you want to manifest this thing, you want to create this into you want to create this new experience, and you're still maybe struggling with believing or feeling it to be true or persisting or even just giving up. And I feel like that's where the time lag comes on, because the time that it takes for you to receive your manifestation is, to me, completely dependent on the time that it takes for you to completely believe and accept. And it's not even you have to 100% believe, because it's okay to have doubts, but just accept that it's going to happen. And when you're living in that end, then there really is no time lag. But it also makes sense when you think about when you're manifesting something that maybe takes some time. Like, let's say you're manifesting, I don't know, to become a millionaire or a successful business. Of course, those things take time, right? Because, I don't know, I'm sure there might be a situation where someone manifested overnight. Sure, but it takes time. But I think about it as when you're manifesting something like that, it's not really, or even like manifesting a relationship where you have to meet the person and go on dates, and then it grows and flourishes into something beautiful, right? And I don't even think about that as a time lag, because what's happening is you're just living in the journey of that happening. You are taking steps towards becoming a millionaire, taking steps towards being this successful entrepreneur, business earner, taking steps towards building this amazing relationship. It's happening right now. There's no time lag where you are in this reality already. You're building towards that, you're walking towards that, you're on the path, and you're just walking, and this is the journey. And the journey is really what's important, because what happens once you reach that destination? Well, you just gotta keep going. The journey is never ending, right? Until you and even then, it's just a different journey in a different realm, I guess, right? And also, for me, I what I've been experiencing is that, and this is something I even had a dream about this one time. This was probably like a year ago, where I had this dream, and I believe that it might be my subconscious speaking to me as some sort of message, where it led me to this belief that actually once you make a choice, you really decide, like, this is what's going to happen, and I have chosen this, and you're firm in that, and you're persisting in that, then things have to shift. With a single thought, we can step into a new reality. With a single choice, with a single thought, we are shifting our reality. Our experiences are constantly being shaped by us, which means once you decide to make a choice, and that decision will lead you to that reality, just because we are constantly shifting, because nothing is stagnant. Things are always moving and changing, and they can change for you. And I believe we live in this quantum realm where there are multiple infinite possibilities, and they're all kind of intertwined with each other, and we can choose the pathway that we want to walk with making a choice, with choosing this thought. With this thought, I am shifting, because it's that quick, because it's that instant. With a single thought, you can shift the energy in your life. Goes from nothing's working out to, wait, everything is working out for me. Boom. That's it. You are there. Everything is working out for you. You don't need to do some crazy stuff for it to shift. It's just always shifting. And I think about it because I think about emotions, and how there are times where I'm feeling super anxious. And I heard it one time that anxiety you can transmute it and shift it towards excitement, because it's really just a lot of energy in your body, right? And so I said, okay, let me try this. I was super anxious, so I just moved my body or dance, and guess what? It shifted within a few minutes. I'm excited now. I'm not anxious anymore. I feel good. I feel excited for my life, for this day. What is that? It's an instant shift. Energy instantly shifting, reality instantly opening to new possibilities. So yeah, and I also like to believe that these alternate possibilities of the way that reality can happen right now in this moment or in the future, I believe that these possibilities are available to us at any moment. In this moment, the only moment that's we are experiencing right now, it's all available to us. They're all different pathways that we can choose to take with our thoughts, with deciding, with making a different choice, and some like taking different actions physically, deciding to wake up at 7:30 in the morning instead of 12 p.m., deciding to eat a big bowl of fruit instead of a cheeseburger. Not saying that those things are bad to do, but I'm saying that they can create a whole new possibility and bring you to the reality that you want and shift you to that reality that you are wanting. Some people may want the other thing, and that's okay. Your choice is what you want. I think that's what's really important, and that I really want for people to realize when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to transition periods or a time lag, whatever you want to call it. And yes, like I don't want to completely like ignore other experiences where things are showing up in your reality, even when you're manifesting, even when you feel like you're living in the end and things are showing up that aren't aligned with that. I don't want to ignore those experiences and say, okay, well, that's not true, blah blah blah, because obviously these things are happening for other people. But if you do anything, just try to actually affirm that, okay, you know what, my reality instantly shifts. My reality is instantly reflecting my desires. My affirmations work so quickly. It is instant. And start believing that this is possible. Start believing that this can be true. And entertain that idea, entertain that thought, until your reality will start giving you glimpses of it. Because you're entertaining it, right? And then you'll start believing it more, and then it'll show up much more. So I really hope that you guys got something from this video. I hope it helped you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you if you made it towards the end, or even if you just watched any part of this video. Thank you so much for listening to me. Subscribe for more, and like if you liked it.